everyone. Happy Sunday. Very happy to see all of you too. It is smoking hot here. Let me tell you, it's like 44 on the humidex, so we're like a little toasty Canadians. We kind of melt. We kind of melt at this temperature. We're not used to it. All right, so these are our colors for a tree skirt. I'm so excited to make one for me and one for one of you. Let me tell you. We found this awesome kind of pattern, and of course we're putting our own spin on it because that's how we are. And I've chosen all these colors, and hopefully you like them too. It is what I have that I know I can make another one of because it needs a lot for this project. There is a little side bonus from this project though. You actually get 2 tree skirts. So, but you can make it one by just halving the number of stuff that you're putting your lines together or your rows together, and you can end up with something very much like this. This was my demo testy sort of one, and if I feel like being a cheerleader for Halloween this year, I totally got it. What do you think? So I used pretty much 2.5 sections of 40, the width of the fabric, and you're stacking your rows just a little bit on an angle. I'll show you that, how we're going to sew it all together. And then you end up doing like an angled cut across the fabric, and it gives you one of these. And of course, when you flip, you get the other side, and so on and so forth. The one that Pop really, really liked had pretty much all of these ones in the same, all like sewn together to make that little effect going all the way around. Sorry, is that okay? To get that effect all the way going around. So you end up with a whole bunch of these, which makes another tree skirt. So you just, it's the opposite of what we want. So we want ours to be white and the red, and this way is going to be the bottom to the top. This will be how all of ours will be cut. So the ones that go with the bigger chunk at the gold at the top and the smaller chunk of white at the bottom sort of part, or you know what I mean, ends up being another tree skirt. So it's a bonus. So it's a 2-for-1-er. What do you think? And like I said, you can always even add a nice strip of solid, because I have lots of white. I have like a huge roll of bolt of white, so and a creamy color too. So it helps me practice things and do mock-ups and so on and so forth. That whether we like this idea, is it going to work for us here? Is it going to be easy enough for people to follow along and not be too complicated? You know, so because I figure if I can do it, you guys can do it. Because I'm not genius. No. All right, so what do you think? And that's just a half a circle. It's going all the way around. I'll show you like this. Okay. And of course, we're going to make ours just a little bit longer. I love it. I love the colors in it, and I'll probably end up quilting it up and maybe giving away as a gift to somebody. So, because I use good fabrics, it's just I didn't have enough of actually this zigzag one right here to do another row to finish if I wanted to do that test of actually half and half. Like one of these, one of those, one of these, one of those, one of these, one of those, that sort of thing. But you can mix and match it any way you like, depending on how much fabric you have and how you want to partake in it. If you want to do a solid, do 2 solids, you know, it's all up to you. So we have all the strip cuts here. I was all ready to go. Hello. I'll say hi to a few minutes, for a few seconds. Say hi to everybody. Disney pom-poms. Hi from Nova Scotia. Actually, I have never had the chance to visit Nova Scotia. I don't know why, but I don't get any alerts on my email. Oh, I'm sorry, Becky. I don't know why. Hello from New Hampshire, David. How happy to see you. You were having issues the last time. I don't think you can make it. New Jersey. I've been to New Jersey. I feel like you have to say New Jersey with an accent, you know? That's like Florida. You guys say Florida with an accent? I know, be silly. It is, like I said, it is smoking hot here today. Like smoking hot. We've had a very record heat, actually. We're melting. Okay, thank goodness for air conditioning. All right, so we're going to sew these rows together. And I have 8 cut of each. So I have 8 strips of white. All the measurements will be in the description after we're finished filming, but because I'm sure you probably just want to watch and not necessarily cut so long at the same time. So all the measurements will be there. You can tell there's like a 4, 3.5, 2, 4.5, 3, 2, 2, 2.5, 3, you know, that sort of thing. You know, mix it up, mix it up. You can do whatever you like depending on your colors and how much material you have. So, you know, if you have more green, then make a bigger green chunk. You know, it's completely up to you. So we're going to get started and start sewing. Do I want my iPad? To show people's? Yeah. I don't even know if I remember. Okay, yeah, yes, please, please. It's on, I think it's on my side of the bed. All right, I gotta press one anyways, and I'll read some of your texts. Seems to work perfectly today. Oh, good, good, good. Your block is on your way, Helly. Awesome, thank you. Hello, Teresa. Before that disappears. Love the hair. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you very much. It's a little, you know. I'm so glad I cut it, I have to tell you, because if it was long right now, I'd probably would have self-trimmed already, and it would have been quite the mess. Hello, Trudy from Maryland. Making a memory quilt while watching me. Oh, that's good. Oh, thanks. My hair's fabulous. I make me feel like a fashion person. Okay, hopefully I can figure this out, because I know some people have an issue of how to text via their little tablet or iPad or something like that. And Pop showed me last night, and I don't want to be dork on camera here, but I will be. Okay, YouTube. Hold on, see, I'm showing you what I'm doing. I just hit the YouTube button. It's on my that little icon or the little app. Okay, guys, you can see what I've been watching. There's lots of Sewing with Nancy, lots of that. Okay, how did you search for live though, honey? Look for our live stream. So just search. Search. Hold on. Is it under Mom and Pop? Yeah. Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. Okay, and then we click our me. Yes, the me picture. Hello. Do I? Should be a live one. No, it says all our channels or playlist. See, I told ya I'm not techie inclined. I'm going to have to hand it off camera. You guys show me what buttons you're pushing, though, because that's my problem. Went to activity. And then hits me. Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, my gosh. That's weird seeing me on camera. And then there's a little button right down here. Oh, let's mute this person because she's crazy. Wow. Okay, hold on. Let's pause her. She's all that's all. There's a little tiny button either down here that says live chat with a little arrow up. You can hit that, and then you get into the live chats. Okay. Whether you have it this way or that way, it's at the very bottom. It's on the little tiny little bottom corner right down here. I can't blow it up for you, but I can just point in the direction of where it is. Okay. All right. I love that winter tree one, that paper piecing one. That was so cool. So hopefully that helps some of you figure out how to use the chat button, because I've never really watched anybody live, so I can't tell you. Hold on, I gotta shut this down, or I'm gonna waste my battery. Okay, I think I got that. Yes, hopefully. Okay, let's put that over there. I don't usually use it. In fact, I was trying to read it with it the other night, and it was so heavy. I'm like, how do people read with these things? I think I'm actually going to have a weekend project where I'm crafting something where it can sit on my lap, on the bed, so it's supported, and I don't have to hold it or anything, like some little triangle pillow with a little poof or something. I don't know. We're going to have to design something, or there must be something out there. So, hello, patch it up. I'm Nicole from Cornwall, UK. Glad to have caught you live. Sunday evening here. I'm sewing away a table runner on my dear old treadle. Oh, I must love that. Feel like you're tapping a toe all the time. Hello from PA. 92, yeah, it must be hot there too, for sure. Can I have advice on quilt as you go block? Do you use binding or no thanks? You would use binding because then that seals it up on both edges, right? You need to seal those two edges together. So you actually kind of do a little zigzag and then sew one side down, flip, and then sew the other. I've repaired a few quilts that way too, is by, they were kind of, the blocks were falling apart and I just reinforced it with some new binding. And you know, that's the best way to seal it all up. You want to seal out those edges for sure, unless you're doing a serging all those edges all the way around. But I mean, still to seal them up, I'd put it in the binding. Yeah, it seems like it'd be a heat wave and global warming, and they were joking about it a long time ago. Yeah, it's not funny now. Not when we're melty. Hello, Heather from Pennsylvania. And Melanie from Montego Bay. Oh, it makes me think of that song. I'd love to go to Jamaica. I fit right in. I do. I think I would. I would fit right in. Yeah, it seems to be a heat wave. All right, we're gonna press, because I left, when I cut everything, I didn't press anything, so I just left it in my stacks of 9. I chose 9 fabrics. My total width as going across, my goal was to get it in between 22 to 24 inches, okay? And then just because of the ruler length that I had, I didn't want to have to go and get the level. Even Pop said, why don't you just go grab the level from the shop? Well, the level's like, you know, 4.5 feet, 5 feet long. And I'm like, you know what, that's not a bad idea, but not everybody's going to have that. Just, you know, oh, here, let's go get the 5-foot level. So I wanted to make sure it was still accessible to you guys to be able to do this and follow along, because this is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And I don't want anybody to miss out if they want to partake. So didn't want to have to buy a special wedge ruler, didn't want to have to go and buy something special, just had to try and figure it out ourselves. We did a couple of mock-ups. There was another mock-up that we did. It was, I really thought we had to bang on the first time around, and it was just, there was not enough pieces to it to make the circle. And even if the circle was there, it would have been such a round circle. We don't want that, right? So, but nonetheless, we were plugging away. Okay, so first piece is the white one, and then we're going to sew the red one to it, okay? So we just kind of want to get rid of this fold. That was right in between. And this is Northcott. This is a mix of Northcott, actually a mix of fabrics. This is from the huge bolt that I have. It's a huge long, it's, I don't know what, 10.5 feet long or something like that. And it's great for doing these sorts of projects. It's a great white broadcloth. This is a little bit thicker than a broadcloth, and it does great for these sorts of projects. This is Northcott, 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 and Northcott. This one came from Thailand. My girlfriend, who she's just not too far from me over here. Her aunt lives in Thailand, and she was coming back here for a visit. And I asked if she would bring me, you know, 50, 60 bucks worth of fabric or something from there. Just whatever she can grab. I didn't care. Just something different, something new to play with in the texture and the look. And she came back with this. I think I left, oh, here we go. I left the big piece out so you could see it because I just love it. And I have enough of it to do this tree skirt. So I'm so happy to share it with me and to also share it with whoever gets all the 12 words right. So, but I love it. It's just so beautiful. And it's, oh, it feels lovely. It just really feels lovely. And I have a very bright yellowy orange fabric that also came, and I can't wait to use that in springtime for something really special. But no, I love it, love it, love it, love it. And this one came as donated fabric, and this one came as, I think that was one of the auction deals that Pop got. So, hey, and this was an auction deal. So, hey, you take the bonuses while you can. Hello, Claire. Happy to see you. Mickey, looking good, chilling here in southeastern Arizona. I think we're hotter than you today. So very easy. Did a nice phone or can do iPad size to rest. Oh, had she? I will look. I will look later and see if she's got it, and then we'll do it and see how it works out. I would, Melanie, I would totally let you know if I was coming to Jamaica, because I think I'd ask Pop. Where is he? He's hiding behind the monitor. I see you. I think I asked him we needed to go on a vacation. We haven't been very far for very long, and 23 is coming up next year, so maybe we'll come visit you. Hopefully that's okay. That would be awesome. It's hot. Yeah, Maine's not too far from us either, so you would be part of that heat wave. Hello, Terrible Dits on Twitch. Is that it? Is that on Twitch? Austin? Hello, hello. Okay, 88 here, Rowena. Ooh, owie. That's hot there too. Actually, it's not too bad. Working on a charity quilt today. Good for you. Big hugs. Charity does you good. Okay, so the key to piecing these together, you don't want to just line them up and line them up. You need to take your bottom strip, whatever size it may be, whether it's 2 inches or 7.5 inches, fold it like a dog ear, like you were going to come all the way down. Then you take your red fabric. This is the one I just pressed, right? Yeah, you take your red fabric and then you line it up. I'm not going to count this white part here with the text of the Northcott on it as part of my where I want to place it. And you just want to place it right next to that and then sew all the way down. Give it a pin or two and sew all the way down, okay? Super easy. This is going to be so much fun. Pop and I were working on it for like the past 2 or 3 days to get a solid plan and a solid idea out there. And of course, we started off with the cold Christmas theme with this beautiful peace tree. I just fell in love with it. I can't wait. Can't wait till it's all finished. And we have some more of this fabric to do a couple more little nighttime scenes. There's a couple of stars I really want to do. And this may be a kind of a star and half, you know, whatever else we decide to do, because there's so many beautiful stars of paper piecing that I saw out there. And just want to make it really, really snazzy. You know, we did a cute one last year. I want to make a little step it up this year. See what we learned. See what we learned throughout the year, right? I can be packed in an hour. Are you going to Jamaica? Is that David? Was that what one about? All right, I'm just using gray thread, nothing exciting. Yeah, the peace trees were awesome. Oh, awesome that you're watching. Okay, I have to tell you something. I know the person who was just here getting their pants hemmed does not watch our videos. So I love people who don't know how to sew. This, I pick it off, is what came off pants that I had to hem. They were little sticky bits, as you could tell because they're stuck to my fingers. One was on one part of the leg and one was on the other, and they were stuck together like this in 2 spots, and that was supposed to be the hem. Really? Sorry. And that's why they ended up in my quilt shop, because it wasn't done right. I just thought it was so weird. I said to Pop, I said, wait till I pick this hem out so he could see, because someone had sewn as well and included these. I was lost. I was baffled. So it was a bit of work to kind of get these pants all cleaned up so I can, you know, hem them properly, right? But I said to Pop, I said, wait a second, I get this pants pulled out, and I showed him this, and he's like, what? I go, I know. Baffling. So here's the other ones, but I wanted to show you. I thought you might get a little giggle of that. But they're going in the trash now. I get my finger unstuck. David, you're overdue for a vacation. All right, I'll let you know when we go to Jamaica and we'll meet up there, okay? Bring your sewing machine. Okay, I got a question for you, Melanie. What plug-in do you have? Do you have a normal plug-in? Like normal, sorry, that's not what I mean. A North American plug-in? Or do you have like a UK plug-in? Because we have an adapter. We can bring stuff. We can adapt. Can't we, Pop? Yes, we can. I was looking at these. I was taking the hem out. Well, actually, I took one out because he was here to get them remeasured, because Dad was dealing with it. So Mom came with Son to get them dealt with anyway. So I'm picking the one hem out, and I'm feeling this plastic thing, and I'm trying to figure out that is some pretty stiff interfacing. I'm thinking to myself, and then I realize these sticky, clampy things. I'm like, I've never even seen them before. What are they? This foreign entity. Ah. What happened to a needle and thread, people? Come on. That's great that you, I'm not sure you guys can see Terrible Dits' text in Twitch, but or they say, sorry, my daughter is always turning up with clothes for me to adjust and sew for her. She can sew a bit though. And that's fantastic. Seems to be a little bit of a lost trait, but I'm so happy that people are actually starting to get back into it again, and younger ones as well. Sorry, I have it on Leadfoot Larry mode. I was sewing like a crazy person yesterday, trying to make sure our mock-ups were looking okay for you guys. I go, we have to get this right before we film tomorrow, honey. Come on. But we spent a few hours just tweaking and making sure. I know, weren't they funny? I just was like totally bizarre. What did Jerry Lynn? Breathing strips? Those things that go over your nose? Are you? Okay, too funny. That's too funny. There's actually quite a few that do sew by hand, and kudos to them. Unfortunately, my finger's taken a beating with the hand sewing. It's done its fair share. Sorry, my whites are fighting me here. I just want to kind of get them out of the way a little bit. Like, remember, we have 8 of each. And if you can, like, I laid them out to you in the color that I wanted to do them in, but you can do your stacks and then just set all your stacks aside and know that, you know, that's your row and so on and so forth. Okay, now we want to press, and of course we want to press to the dark, so that's to the red. So I'm going to do what everybody else does and set the seam. We'll make this stuff smell pretty here with Miss Mary Ellen's. Mary Ellen's Best Press. I have to say, I love Northcott fabric. It is beautiful. And same with Moda. Moda fabric's fantastic. This fabric, I can't tell you, it had some funny little print on it. Of course, it was Taiwanese, would have been written on it, so I couldn't tell what it was, but it was in like gold writing too. So I'm like, ooh. All right, so now we want to flip the dark side up, and then that's what keeps that seam to the dark side, and it's not going to be seen on the white. I wouldn't press any of these seams open. I would just press to the dark. That would just be my safest bet. Okay. And I really wanted the red and the white to be that pop right around the bottom of the tree skirt, because that tree is nice and green, and it's going to have lots of lights on it, whether it be colored or white or cream or whatever, or you pick a tone, and then all the ornaments, and then just that little bit of a mix of color coming out, and then the red and the white. Just, I love that. I thought that was a good idea. Okay. Oh, okay, and next color was, oops, this one here, and we want to give that a press because it had a little bit of a fold in it, a little bit of a wrinkle. Okay. Do-do-do. Yeah, okay, and now we're going to do the same thing. Oops. Yeah, actually, but when, what was it? That was a starching substitute too. Someone told me vodka and water, and I'm like, what a way to waste the vodka. Don't do that. Don't tell the vodka that. All right, so you want to do the same. Remember how I folded over? I'm going to show you right now. I folded over there. Like I said, I wasn't including that white part there, so really my red line of my start should be right at that point, which is where it is. See, if you fold it over so it's all the way. And then I want to do the same with the red, but I want to make sure I'm not including that white part again. So I'm folding it down. I'm going to come all the way up to this point right here and start with this gold fabric. And of course I left that little, this one actually came from Japan. It was made in Japan. It was very beautiful. I love how it has just a little bit of hint of green and a little bit of blue, and then that ties my bigger chunk of blue in, as well as the greens and the blues together with the golds and so on and so forth. I just thought it kind of blended it, and it looked really, really nice against this red. To me, it just made it kind of pop. All right, so we're going to pop a little pin in and then sew all the way down, okay? They drink the vodka while pressing. I'm with you there, David. Completely new meaning to stiff drink. Exactly. Terrible. Terrible D. I'm just going to call you Terrible D. But I don't want to call you Terrible D. Can I call you TD? Then you feel like the TD Bank. No, so no, that's not going to work. Okay, that's going too pokey for me. And we need to find a happy medium in there. Drink in charge of machine. Or drunk in charge of machine. Actually, I realized a live stream falls on New Year's Eve. So expect a little happy bubbles going on because it'll be a party. I don't know what we're doing yet, but I thought it was kind of cool. It'd be something like if every time I had to use a seam ripper, everybody had to shake a shot, or if you wanted to, or sing a song, or, you know. Yes, thank you, Judy Patterson. Don't forget to give the thumbs up. You guys are awesome. That was good. It's BYOB. Yeah, exactly. You don't have to backstitch. It's a habit for me. You know, if I do it, I do it. I don't, I don't. Okay, so there's number 3. We're doing, that's the 3rd row, and we're just going to press to the dark. So to me, the dark in this retrospect would be the red. So I'm going to push towards the red, okay? We're going to set the seam. You know, I thought you people were crazy when you used to say I always set the seam first, or the, you know, was it Jenny Doan? Is that her last name? I'm like, why? What the bother? And then I was like, wait a second. Well, if I do it one whole project, and I was like, wait a second, that actually makes a difference. I get some straighter lines going on, especially with the ironing. I love this Japanese fabric. I've done quite a few projects with it. In fact, one of my niece's quilt, I think Mackenzie, has quite a bit of all the borders around her purple blocks and stuff like that were done with a lot of this gold stuff. And I just loved it. It just pops so beautifully. Okay, there we go. There's those 2. Oh, Jerry Lynn, I hope you don't lose power. But if you do, you can always watch us later. I'm sorry if you go. I love it. I think it's cute. All right, some blue. All right, we got to do it this way. Okay, and because now that was a smaller piece, clearly, because that was a 4-inch. This red here was a 3.5 inch, and this gold with the blue and the green was only a 2-inch. So we're going to fold that down again, like a little dog ear. And make sure we're coming past where we need to go because of the white part there, okay? And then we're going to line up our blue. But I think I need to press my blue first. So one moment. Do-do-do. I took a little one. This is what my girlfriend, who was I was talking about earlier, about her aunt coming back from Thailand, or visiting from Thailand. Her little munchkin needed to go swimming yesterday, and just because of balance of schedule and other people's and so on and so forth, I didn't want the older one to miss out on his swimming schedule, so I offered to take him. So you know, he's a little buddy of mine, and so I took him swimming, and we were talking about the movie Moana, of course, on the way there. And it's not a very long ride. And we're singing the songs, and we're talking about the shiny crab on the, you know, in the movie, and, you know, he's so shiny. It was funny just to hear it from a 6-year-old, how he was singing the song, and it was funny. It had me laughing like crazy. We were enjoying a moment of singing Disney musicals together on the way to and from swimming. It was fun. And I said to him, he goes, how do you know the words? I go, because I've seen the movie like 6 times. He goes, really? I go, yeah. I go, remember when I babysat you when Mommy and Daddy went and you know, went out for the night or for the evening, and we sang all the Aladdin songs together, or I sang the Aladdin songs to you. He's like, yeah. I said, yeah, I love those kind of movies. They're my favorite. They make me happy. All right, check out that blue. Pop wasn't too sure about the blue, but I told him I'm leaving it in because I like it, and it's going to pull in that little wintry between those colors. And he was like, maybe it's just a lot of blue, but I think it'll be fine. I think what's cut on that angle, I think it'll look pretty. Fingers crossed. All right, so set the seam. And of course, you can choose whatever you feel is the darkest on this one. I think I'll press to the blue. I mean, to me, that seems to be okay. Actually, I like that gold and the blue together. It's quite pretty. What you doing there, Clive? Hey? Want your 2 minutes of fame? Come here, kitty, kitty. Come here, kitty, kitty. Come here. He was all yappy about an hour before we started to shoot. So I'm like, Munchkin, get him outside so he's not so yappy. All right, there we go. Don't kill the microphone like you did the last time. He ripped the fuzz off. It was hanging off my desk by just a smidge. I must have moved something and it kind of fell off. And he ripped the foam off. You're silly, aren't you? Yeah. They're such good company sometimes. If he's not meowing his face off at 4 a.m. He is. He is. He's a cutie pie. Sometimes. Except when he gives you tough love, he gets those claws right into you. And I don't believe in declawing an animal. That's just mean. But I do know of neighbors that put caps on their cats' claws so they don't claw their furniture and stuff like that. But, you know, I don't know. Or they clip them. You good? Hey, get your time. It's a big sucker, baby. All right, go. Cute animals. They can be. Surprised Sophie's not out here going, where's my time? All right. Do you question the blue? Was that it? There we go. That's kind of cool. All right, next color is this beautiful green. Okay, and I still need to, I know it seems weird, but you're working up on this angle, but you have to cut on the angle. So this is to save you the least amount of waste. So you're gonna fold this one over like a good old dog ear there, and then you're gonna attach your next color, which is this beautiful green that's got circles and like a little bit of a flower, and I don't know, it's beautiful. It's also from Northcott. Okay, so move it down here, place that there, give it a pin. Oh, what are we missing? Oh, Cocker Spaniel. Oh, actually, I had a Cocker Spaniel mix when I was growing up. I used to call him JC. I don't know why I called him JC, but it just was JC. I thought it was cool to have 2 initials. Because I had such a long name, I think. It was so awesome to have this little da-da. Instead of Laura Lynn. Seems so long when I was a kid. Took me a long time to learn how to spell. I hear you there, Sue. Warning, sewing under the influence of vodka is hazardous to your fingers. Yes, it can be. Gotta keep them out of the way. All right, so we're gonna attach that green one. It's kind of our made up pattern. I'll show you Claire. It's gonna be a little bit longer than this, but this was my mock-up one, okay? Geez, YouTube's very, very fast here today. And you're gonna cut, you're gonna sew your strips like we are right now, and you're gonna cut on an angle, and you'll get one set of this and one set of that. Well, one is you cut and cut, and then you get more and more and more. And we want all the same of this one. So this one ends at what, you know, what I'm talking about, just like one of them of the dark ends that we're trying to aim for. We're aiming for the white and the red to be our main bottom all the way around. And then this one, the other cut, ends up being a bonus tree skirt. So you can give it to somebody, or you can do whatever you like with it. I don't know what we'll do with ours, because I'm going to make another one just like we're doing this one for the prize winner, because I said it would be exactly the same as we're making as the via the live stream. So and that's how it'll go. So this will be kind of cute. Like I said, I could be, you know, a cheerleader for Halloween if I wanted. Woohoo! I thought it was kind of cute. Like I said, it was just a mock-up. It goes, it's a fair size. It's about 50 inches all the way around, or like the circumference of it. And it's kind of cute. So it looked pretty in the end. So we'll just fold it up in the half here and flip it back. And I'll quilt it up. I'll get it all done and either give it away to somebody as a gift, because it's perfectly good fabric. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. So there we go. And then, of course, our beautiful tree. I love our beautiful tree. All right, sewing. Sewing the green onto the blue. It does look like a cheerleader skirt, doesn't it? Put a little ruffle along the edge and it'd be fantastic. $30 cats? Wow. Holy moly. Can't imagine them meowing at 4 a.m. Not necessarily. I did that only as a filler because I didn't have enough of this stripy fabric, this blue and white. I had enough of everything else. I used that white as a substitute just to kind of fill out the dimensions that I had preset in my mind to how I thought it would work and to be big enough tree skirt and round in circumference. So that's the only reason why I substituted the white, because I didn't have enough. So it is the alternation of those. So I ended up with 18 of the strip set piece cuts. So it would be 9 and 9. And then I cut 18 of the white to slip in between. So it went 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So pretty much every strip set had a white buddy, white fabric buddy. So.
We're not doing that this time.
You forgot to, no, I didn't. The edge is open. It's not sewn together. See? It can tie around the tree. That's why I thought I'd make an awesome cape too. If I was like a superhero. The sewer. Yeah, you can make it smaller. I think we cut this at 1.5 inches or something like that. But like I said, it was kind of a mock-up. We learned from it. We know what we're going to adjust here too. We wanted a little bit bigger and a little bit sharper on the circle. And we can, you know, you can add a nice big ribbon around the center of it, or big binding strip or something like that. That's not bad. Oh. I just wanted to make sure we were doing something like a mock-up to make sure it was going to work. I didn't want to just start doing something and waste everybody's fabric and time if it wasn't going to work. So we had an idea and off we puttered with it. It took 2 to get it right and we're good. What's going on? Bad sewers, one sticky hem at a time. That's funny. One sticky hem at a time. I can see that being a theme song. Oops. There we go. There we go. Now we got green and we need the star fabric. Okay, let's place this here for a second because I need to iron that up because it's all wrinkly. A wee bit wrinkly. Okay, now we're going to do the same as what we did for the green. We just flip the little dog ear. Oh, I forgot. Thank you, Helly. Forgot to set the seam. Oops. All right, let's flip and attach. Weapon of choice, exactly, seam ripper. All right, sew down. All right, get those out of the way. I need my old lady glasses right now. Only to rethread. It's too funny. Too funny. All right. This has little gold stars on it. That was quite pretty. Kind of ties in a little bit of the gold every little bit. And of course the last chunk on the end is like this goldeny yellow sort of thing. Do. Seam ripper powers, yeah. They would just fix themselves. All right. Now press. We'll set the seam. Okay. Do. All right, now that says press to the dark, so we want to make sure that it is, oh, hey, listen, you were outside, don't be meowing. Go like this. Make sure it goes to the dark side. Because we don't want to see that green anywhere near that creamy white color. And this is how you're going to put all your 8 sections together, because you're going to have 8, you know, because you're going to plug away from one to the next and attach them all, right? You're going to give you your sections of 8 that you need to cut, and that'll get you your 2 tree skirts. All right, now we need the red, this beautiful red. Love this red. All right, now we'll do our little dog ear fold with our cream and gold. Make sure we got our right sides together, not including the seam allowance in that tag of the dog ear fold. What? I've done what? I have what many times?
Pin her down. I think she tried that herself.
Sorry, what? Sorry?
Read up from Diane's comment.
Diane. I could pin her down. Super costume. Safety pin me though. Make sure I'm locked in. And of course, you can use different strips if you want to use, you know, lots of 3 inches, or you know, you have, you know, strips of 2 inches to use up. Then go ahead. Just, you know, be consciously aware that you have to make up that 22 to 24 inches in, you know, in length to finish the project, right? If you want it that size. I mean, you could do it smaller. It's up to you. Okay, gonna set the seam, this beautiful red. Okay. Do-do-do. All right, now flip it up. There we go. Lovely. Looks lovely. Oh, can't wait. Can't wait to get some of this stuff cut and then sewn together. Okay, now we know the next color is the green. The blocks are going to be mixed, Kathy. They're going to be different sizes, and the finishing quilt will be probably about 70 by 70, I think what we were trying to aim for in the end. So a good size, a good size. Need 40 more thumbs up. Go there. All right, next color was the kind of darky green, foresty green. I think that's what's actually on the tag. It's like a forest green. All right, and we're going to do the same, and then we only have one color after that because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 strips. Okay, now we want to make sure we're on the right side that we've been working on all the time. And fold it back. And make sure you got the right side together. Okay, pop a little pin in there to hold your position. And then sew. Sew, 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 sew. And that'll take you a little while. Like if you want to do all your prepping of your 8 panel pieces first, then you know that's what you'll do. You know, but just plug away, you know, one at a time. Take a little break. Don't get stressed. Just think you're getting a 2-for-1 project here, so that'll be, you know, there's that extra bonus, right? All that little extra work is going to make another tree skirt that you can give away to somebody, or sell, or whatever you want to do with it. You have a house that has a couple of trees in it, you put one upstairs, one downstairs, and then they match because they're just the opposite spins, right? So I think that'd be kind of funky. I'm sure Munchkin would love a tree downstairs. I'm probably afraid the cat would climb it. He's funny, he climbs it like a little old bear. A little old baby black bear. Okay. Do-do, now we just get to press. Mm-hmm. All right, now we'll just fold up because it's fine to go to the green. Press to the green. And the red's a little bit see-through-ish, so I'd rather go to the darker of the two, which is the green. Okay. I love those 3 strips together. That gold and that red and that green. It's beautiful. Oh, all right, one more. Show yas. Isn't that pretty? Love all those colors. Very colorful tree skirt. Hope you guys like it because one of you is getting it. If you don't like it, I don't want to hear about it. I'm kidding. I chose these colors with great thought. Trying to tie any color that you may have in your house, or you would do Cheers with Christmas as well as we do. So, and we like all sorts of color. I like the colorful lights on the tree, like all the colors of the rainbow. Yeah, actually our dog knocked over our first dog. First dog. The German Shepherd. We'd had her for 10 years. We adopted her when she was 2.5. She got caught between the window of seeing where we were going in one of our houses and and the tree and the lights and so on and so forth. They managed to pull the whole tree down. Thank goodness my sister-in-law was living in the same house as we were and heard the noise or the ruckus and tried to figure out what was going on and realized what the dog had done. She actually had the lights wrapped around her neck. So I'm so happy she was there to help save her, because we weren't gone for very long, but it would have been long enough for her to probably panic and hurt herself. So, yeah, and she broke a lot of glass ornaments, a couple of Fabergé eggs my mom had painted for us when I was like, wee big, and so on and so forth. Just those, unique treasures, because my birthday is so close to Christmas, I'd always get ornaments for my birthday to put on my Christmas tree. So a lot of them had a personal connection, because I knew they were birthday after birthday or birthday. And oh well, it happens. You can't. What else you can do? And I think she ate one of the eggs, didn't she? Didn't she eat one of the eggs? The gold eggs? Yeah, she for some reason she ate one of the eggs. She was pooping out silver, gold stuff for a while. Silly dogs. Silly dogs. Thank you, David. Exactly, I know. There you go. Noted. David would like it. Ew, really? Because they were thirsty and fell in. All right, this is the last one. I have a copper theme for my Christmas quilt this year. Ooh, I like that. That's kind of cool. Copper theme. That's neat. All right, we're going to press. Do-do-do. It feels so weird to be sewing on that, it's not lined up from edge to edge to edge. So it's like, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Okay, now you can choose. Are you going to see that through that goldy fabric? No, it's pretty thick. It's pretty thick. I think we can be fine just to push it up towards the gold. There we go. It's beautiful. I kind of just wanted a mix of colors. I did, obviously the red, green, and white, but then, there's lots of blue in Christmas too, with the snow and scarves and mittens and snowmans and all that sort of fun stuff. And there's lots of blues, and it's always blues and whites, and menorahs, and and Hanukkah. So I don't want to leave anybody out. They don't necessarily have to have a tree. They can do something else with it. They can be their super cape. All right, I'm loving it. Beautiful. That's how it's going to go from top to bottom. Of course, cut on the angle. So do we want to see that now, or should I show more, or cut some more, or sew some more thingies together, rows together? What's Pop say?
I think you should get the rows done.
Oh, Pop's cracking the whip, says get the rows done. Oh no. Well, that was only one set, and that almost took us an hour. Okay. It's beautiful. Oh, a mastiff. Oh my gosh, he must be huge. I babysat a Great Dane. That was interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. All right, so fold that white one, line up the red.
How many sets do you need?
8. You cut 8 strips of every size. I chose 9 colors in here just because it really gave a nice mix and spin to it. I would choose, if you're going to do less or more, choose an odd number. Go 11 or 7 or 5 or what have you. Do bigger chunks, do bigger strips. If you don't want to put 9 strips together and only want 4 or 5, then make them, whatever inches you want, 6 or 7 inches, and away you go. Maybe a small one in between or something like that. Give it a little mix. But as you cut it, it's going to get that little spin like a candy cane as it's going around. It's going to add an awesome effect. So you do need the 8. That's why I said you get a 2-for-1 kind of bonus here. If you wanted to make it so it was just the half and the half and the half and the half, one next to each other, then you'd only need 4. And then cut it that way, and then you'd sew one different than the flip-flopped, and then, you know, you could do it that way. But we really wanted to do it this way because of the color spin on it, and you know, and that's just what's happening. So, gonna have some fun. Yeah, the red, green, and gold is beautiful, isn't it? I love that. Do you use the Dresden for... Did you use the Dresden? No, I didn't. I just used my big ruler. That's it. I didn't want anybody having to go and buy something special. That's why we try and figure this stuff out. We did the little mock-ups. I just cut it on an angle and did a, you know, width at one top and width at the bottom and just cut. And I think I'm going to mark with pencil this time because some of my strips on the mock-up, the testy one, some were a little bit thicker than others. So, and I'd like to try and be them as even as possible, the same as possible. Do-do-do. I've been looking forward to this all week, and I was hoping that since we were working on Christmas stuff, I might feel a little cooler. Instead of the 44 humidex we are currently having.
Did you go get some fabrics, or were they from your staff?
These are from my quilt shop stash. I got into the quilt shop stuff. A little bit. This actually is this gold and this red is the Canada Sesquicentennial fabric. I thought it might have been on here somewhere, but maybe it isn't. No, I guess not. I guess I didn't cut that piece off. Oh, there we go. Well, it's by Deborah Edwards. Anyways, and that one and that one. And then these are also bolts. These are bolts of fabric that I have in the shop. This was a chunk that I had, I believe it was given to me. And also with this one, this cream with the star here, and then this red one I purchased via my friend's aunt as she came back from was visiting. She lives in Thailand, and she was coming to visit Canada and the States and stuff like that. So I asked her to bring me some fabric via her niece, and she got me this beautiful red stuff, and that literally is my favorite, and I love how it plays all together with the colors. It ties right in. And as soon as I saw it when she gave it to me in the summer, I'm like, it's going for Christmas stuff. I can't wait. So I'm so happy to be able to use it on this project. And you'll probably end up seeing it a little bit on our paper pieced a Christmas quilt too. So what, 45 or, well, it's more like the 45, Jerry Lynn. You do end up cutting that at first to kind of give you that nice clean edge, and then you're working your cuts from there by placing your rulers at, you know, one spot at one measurement, and then the bottom at the other measurement, and then just cutting along the line and crossing fingers. Hello, Angie. Just one more book to read. How are you? Are you recovering? She was down in Texas. She was recovering from Hurricane Harvey. There was lots of stuff going on down there, that's for sure. It has been very hot up here, though I'm glad we didn't have, you know, what you guys have had to deal with for sure. Especially, you know, all those little islands with Hurricane Maria. You know, the worst we suffer is like snowstorms and, you know, heat waves. So I guess we've had a couple of tornadoes, but nothing too serious. I mean, well, I say that now, but yet I probably know somebody who suffered more than that. So, all right, we're going to fold that down again and then add our gold piece right next to it. Okay. Do-do-do. We got another, I was out with my friend this morning. She took me out for breakfast, of course, for saying thank you for taking her munchkin for swimming yesterday. So on the way home, there's Pop in the garden with a huge bag of tomatoes. It must have weighed about, what, 50 pounds. So we got lots of sauce to be making after our live stream today. We'll get it started and then it can kind of condense and thicken up all night in the slow cooker sort of thing. I think that's a good idea. Then we'll can it up in the morning.
Will it work for this?
I'm sorry?
If you have the Dresden ruler, will it work?
I don't see why not. I just didn't want to anybody have to go buy anything, you know, to partake in this project if they wanted to, because I don't have a Dresden ruler. So I didn't want to have to go buy one. There is a beautiful wedge ruler. I think it was, what was it? I think it was a 6-inch wedge ruler that I'd seen. But I don't have like that, whatever, what was 40 or 60 bucks they wanted for it. So dollars. Hello, Mary Johnson. Florida was Irma. Yes, sorry. Yes, Florida. But I knew the islands of like Puerto Rico and stuff like that. That was a lot of Maria and Jose. Oh, homie, ketchup. Oh, did I run out of bobbin? Did it beep at me? It lied. Look at all that. Look at all that bobbin list. You lie to me, Nomi. I can find some new thread. Holy moly, Nomi. Let me down. I did not hear beep. Did you guys hear beep? No, Sophie's coming to investigate because she's like, Mama's mad. Why is Mama mad? Right, baby girl? Come here. Come and say hi. You can come in. You can come in. Hello. Come say hi to the peoples. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Hi. Say hi, everybody. I'm Sophie Loafy. I'm Mama's favorite Papa Wappa. Aren't you? And she's so soft and so sweet. Yes, you are. Hello, baby girl. All right, now we got a new thread in the bobbin. We get some stuff going on. She's so funny. Whenever I get all, even though I may be joking, you know, like, Rawr! She coming over to see, well, what's going on? Can I help? I can calm Mama down. Aw, thank you, Loretta. She is a sweet doggie. We adopted her when she was 6 months old. And she has been a fantastic fit for this family. She brings us such joy and such laughter. Like I said, her and Pop were out in the garden picking tomatoes when I came home. So they're out playing frisbee and kicking the ball and picking tomatoes. And yeah, she's a great fit for our family. Just love her to bits. She makes me smile and makes my heart full every day. With love for fur babies. Air stitching, yeah, exactly, Claire. Mine usually stitches, tells me when it's, it goes beep and bob and low, and then you actually have to either wait for it to clear or hit the button to say, yeah, okay, I understand, I want to use up the roll or whatever. But this didn't beep at me at all. It no beeped at me. I didn't hear no beepy. All right, how did I press that other one? It was to the gold? Was it to the red? No, it was to the, okay. All righty, I thought maybe I did it to the other way, but you can't really see through that stuff. It's okay. For a second there, I thought I had a sequence. I was like, what? What's going on? Did I make a mess already? Don't mess that one up. Don't be silly now. So if you want to partake, you're going to have all 8 of your sets done by next Sunday, because then we're going to get cutting. First thing, as soon as we start airing film or we're filming live, it's cut, cut, cut. Okay? So be prepared. Sharp blade and everything. Cut, cut, cut. Sound like a sous-chef. Cut, cut, cut. Right. want me to press the wrinkles out if there was any. There's only usually one in the center. All right, so we're going to fold that down, line her up, put her up against there, and pin and sew. Oh, you did you? Because I was actually told Marcus only about it the other day. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Just one more book to read. Sorry, Munchkin. The other day. So, sorry. I never get... I'm goofy that way. I call me Laurelyn and I'm Mom. So, and Mama, I'm everybody. I'm pain in the bum. That's why. As Papa's like, I can't wait. I can't wait. He was thinking of something though. Because I said to him, oh, by the way, you know, Angie says, maybe you can think of a project for us. So. All right, get sewing. Let's get another one done. Let's get another one done. And then we'll have 6 more to catch up on before next Sunday at 3. Line that up just a little bit, all the way to the end. Make sure you're going all the way to the end, like of your 2 fabrics. You don't have to go to the end of the 1 fabric. Hello? Okay, clearly I hit the lock button for some reason. I'm like, why isn't it working? Oh, sauces and jams. Yummy. You are going to love it. We can do both. Oh, alrighty. How long are you staying? Are you sleeping under the long arm? We'll prep a bed. That would kind of be a nice dream to actually go fall asleep and have like sleepovers and quilt chops. I think that would be a great idea. Or is it just me? Was it just me? Sleep over in the quilt shop. Wake up in the middle of the night, just go around, touch the beautiful fabrics, relax, go to sleep. All right, fold that over and attach the green. Give it a little press, 'cause it's got a seam. Bum-ba-na-na. Do. All right, line that up. I always like to put at least 1 pin at the top, so when I'm, you know, actually I've got it pinned with my finger here, and then I can just shift it and make sure everybody's lining up like good buddies. Everybody's okay, happy. All right. Retreat it. Yeah, exactly. Actually, I was told that one of our customers in my guild, one of my guild mates from the Erin Village Quilters, said I should come along to a retreat. And it was a week long that they were away, and I was like, oh wow, really? A whole week long? Just, you know, they provide you every meal, and they, you know, have other events for you to do if you don't want to sew and stuff like that. You bring whatever it is you want to work on and just putter away. They have everything there. I thought, oh, that'd be so ideal. But then I have that right here. That's in my house. And I have people come visit me. I'm fine with that too. I like that. Almost there. Only got 4 more colors to add. Sleeping is overrated. So what was that?
With a bunch of thumbs up, and the last one was a middle finger.
Oh! Hi, Pamela. So, Patch. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, set the seam. Alrighty. Okie dokie. There we go. Love this green. Actually, Pop picked this green out with the one with the little, like the flower print on it sort of thing. He picked that out. I really like it. We've actually got a yellow and a goldy yellow sort of thing to kind of match it as well. All right, so fold that down, line up the gold. Needs a little press though. Needs, hey, where do you think you're going? I wasn't done with you yet. I had to literally zip into the fabric store real quick because I had backing on or set up for the long arm to put on a charity quilt and realized I didn't have enough. I was like, I thought this was wide back that I picked up because it was such a pretty color, and it wasn't. I was under the impression it was, so when I went to go load it, I was like, oh. Well, it wasn't the normal like 44. It was something longer than that. So it must have been the 60. So I was like, oh, fudge. So off I zipped in there real quick because I wanted to work on it later and first thing in the morning after crossing guard. But I have a busy day here in the shop, so I can't go anywhere. I can't zip out and grab anything. So I was like, oh, zip. And then one of the cashiers is like, look at me. She goes, aren't you supposed to be on the YouTube soon? I'm like, I'm going, cash me out. I had like 20 minutes to spare, but still. She was talking away, and then all of a sudden she just kind of clued. I was like, wait a second, aren't you supposed to be on the YouTubes? She says, she's funny. She cracks me up. Hello, Sassalette. Good morning, or very, very late, early morning. Yeah, exactly. Everything you need, you left at home anyways, right? I'm pretty good because I've not that I do a lot of, quilt shops and stuff like that, but, retreats or anything, but I've been to a one day work group or workshop, and then another was doing charity stuff, and so packing up my stuff, and then another time, oops, keep hitting the wrong button, was for the demo last week at the public library. So I was kind of like getting used to packing up all my stuff. Make sure you have everything. And then I was looking for my seam ripper for like a couple of days, and I'm like, where's my seam ripper? I'm like, oh, right. It's with my other kit. It's packed up with my other sewing machine. Alrighty. All right, so we want to press towards the green on this one because that is such a light, creamy color. Okay, only 3 more to go. 3 more to go. All right. Oh, it's looking beautiful. Look, it's so beautiful. What was that one? Hi, finally got home? That one?
At the top.
At the top. Retreat everyone at Mama Pop's on Mom's birthday. Who else is going? That would be an awesome surprise. Be like, I'm making cake for everyone. I make an awesome chocolate cake, like an awesome to die for chocolate cake from scratch. It's good, really good. Everybody would love it. All right, so we got the green. We got this. Okay, I thought for a second there I was out of sequence. Oh, for some reason I came unthreaded. It's because I said I didn't need my glasses unless I was rethreading, so I better grab them again. Chocolate's your favorite. Oops, hold on. Come here, you. I dropped my little snippies the other day, so sometimes they don't want to work as right as they should. But what do you expect for $2.50? Don't drop them on the floor. That's what you expect. All right. Oh, did I make sure my ornaments were laying the right way? Does it matter? I don't think it matters. Does it matter? It's flipped around. Should I start over? Do you think it matters? It matters. Pop, I can tell. I can tell by the look on it. It matters. All right, seam ripper time. It's only a little bit though. We only have that little smidge to do because I just realized I'm like, oh, wait a second. Those are kind of directional. We want to make sure they're staying directional. We don't want to mess that up. See, you guys were calling out the seam ripper. Now here it is. First it's the old lady specs. Now it's the seam ripper. Coming to investigate, Sophie? Nope. Going to sit behind Pop and keep him company. Sit right beside him. She's funny. When you get up in the middle of the night, she gets up with you and goes like, okay, is everything okay? Can I help with anything? You know, it's not like she has to go out or anything, right? All right, make sure I'm doing this the right way. It's, yes, the tops, the spinny tops are towards the creamy and the gold stars. All right, we want to make them all the same. We want to make them all the same. So if you, that's a good note to point. If you have any directional fabric, make sure it is all being sewn on the correct manner when you're doing it. My daughter came home to visit, so I made double chocolate something. I'm sorry your connection is terrible, Pamela.
My daughter came home to visit, so I made double chocolate malt cookies. They were yummy, and she took the rest home with her.
What? She didn't even leave it? Well, at least hopefully you got one or two. Actually, it's probably a better idea anyways, right? Because then you just eat them all. I would come to a retreat in the summer. During the school year, it is hard to get. I hear you. I can't get away. Well, I could, but, you know, I'm there every day, too, for the school days for the Munchkins, so. I have to say, it's been a good first start to the school year. There's been a couple of cute new little faces running around. Getting them used to the rules and the regulations of the road. This one little one decided he wasn't going to listen to me when I asked him to, you know, get off of his bike before crossing the crosswalk. Like, you know, you don't have to ride your bike across, right? It's a little defiant for a couple of days, and I said it is customary and it is only polite to ride your bike across. And he's new and he's young, so he doesn't know, and I'm trying to teach him. So he was very respectful the last few days, and he got off his bike actually well before the crosswalk and walked it down. So, like, there you go, buddy. Safety first. You know, sometimes people don't have a chance to react if somebody's coming down that fast. So.
Apparently she got 3 cookies.
3 cookies? Well, at least you got 3. Really? I'm coming to Australia. I would love to. I would love to bake my tender skin on the beach and see the sights and sounds. I would love to. There's actually like this big, huge wall of funky sand, shaped sand that I said to Pop. It was like a few years ago. I seen a picture of it and then figured out where it was. And I'm like, we're going to go there. We're going to go there one day. I'm going to see that. Remember that, Pop? He's like, no. No, do you? Or no? He's like, it's so cool. I need to go there. I feel this connection with this place for some particular reason. I saw this picture and was like, all right, okay, now we need to fold that over and then we're on to the green. Oh, we're almost on our second one. I'm so excited. So excited. Dun, 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 dun. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. Oh, almost every time I move my back pops and stuff. Ooh, owie. Yikes. I can only suggest Tiger Balm or A535. I grew up calling it A535, and then, of course, my husband relearned me on the A535. It's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, the A535. It's like, no, it's A535. I'm like, my mommy always called it A535. And that's what it is. Do-do-do. I had some actually flower fabric in here at first, and it just, I'm like, okay, what are you doing? That's just wacky. But I thought maybe it might have went because it had that tan and the green and the blue and the red and all those kind of colors mixed together. I thought it would have tied the quilt together, but when I put it up with the rest of the stuff, it wasn't working. I had about, I don't know, about 10, no, I had 9 colors, so I had about 13 or 14 things picked out, and then tweaked and pulled and pushed to the side. And, okay, those look good. I like those. Those look blend together. I can make those work, and so on and so forth. So, you know, obviously you're going to have to tweak your pile, what you have, to make sure you have enough to finish this, because it's not a small project. I'm sorry, it's not a small project, but it's going to be a beautiful project, and you get 2 for 1. For Pete's sakes. What did I miss? So she won't get the salvage on the cut of the wedge. Exactly. Exactly. And trying to conserve as much fabric as possible, because we are going to cut on an angle to begin with, that we don't want to have this all the way out here. If we're cutting it on an angle, we just wasted this whole big, you know, 4 or 5 inches of the top, and it goes down and down and down. So, you know, like I said, we did a little bit of research. We want to make sure we're doing it right, and don't want to lead you astray, and want to make a really beautiful project. That's our goal. We want to, you know, build something beautiful and be able to share it with one of you lucky winners, or, you know, viewers that love the channel so much. And we really, really appreciate it, because without you, we'd be just, like I said, talking to ourselves. We appreciate your company very, very much. Okay, one more, and we're rocking and rolling. I'm so excited. All right, press a little bit on the inside of this one, because it's just the fold where it was on the bolt. All right, now fold our last little green piece. Oh, bye, Pat. We'll see you next week. Thanks for the comments and everything that you do to help us out. We appreciate it. Oh, Vicky made the tree block. Woohoo! You go, girl. You go, girl. Aw, thanks for looking forward to the live streams every Sunday there, Judy. Including the cat and the dog. I love the cat and the dog too, but not so much the cat at 4 a.m. I got my Quilt Maker magazine yesterday. They have a wall hanging. Oh, I missed that, honey. Went by too fast.
A wall hanging that has a birdhouse and some cute embellishments.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. I agree with you, Claire, and with you, Vicky, as well. I mean, look how precise these corners are. You can't get that unless you're stitched into some sort of stabilizer like paper. And I had my stitch set to, it comes up at 2.4, and I moved it down to 2, but it was also suggested to go to 1.4, all the way down to 1.4 for your stitch length, and then it's pretty much perforating, cutting that paper as you're sewing along, but it's still helping stabilize all the pieces together, so it's easy to rip out. So when we do our next paper piecings, because there's going to be a lot on this tree, on this Christmas quilt, paper piecing, because like I said, I've got a penguin, we've got a poinsettia, we've got stars galore, there was a nativity scene, there's a couple other things, there's lots of things that we really chose to be what we think are special in regards to Christmas, as us as the mom and pop quilt shop, and how we are and how we've raised Munchkin, and that's how we've chosen the ones even for last year. So, and the ones for last year, a lot of them were designed by Pop or myself. So actually, well, a few of them. There was a couple. And very proud of that too, especially the angel one. The angel one is my favorite. And it just reminds, you know, it's just a little connection with our with Pop's mom. So that's she's no longer with us, but she will always be with us in the form of an angel. So. Yeah, you have to have good quality fabric too, in regards to some of that paper piecing stuff, or it just ends up looking like a mess. That's why I like the littler projects that you can use your scrappy bits that you're left over from quilt projects, or you know, you got a couple of fat quarters left over, or so on and so forth. So, and just to let people know, there will be a first prize, which is the tree skirt, but then there'll also be 2 other prizes for the backup peoples. There'll be 3 winners come draw date, so you get a chance to win, you know. A couple of things. So, you know, please make sure you're getting the words down off the weekend projects. The words are on the weekend project in that video. It'll be somewhere in the video. You got to watch the whole thing to figure it out. But the prize is for the live stream, right? Okay, this is the last one of the second one. So excited. All right. All right, we're almost done. Yeah, these choices are pretty. I like these choices. Sometimes you question it until you kind of get them all together, right? And then you're like, you know what? I do like them. I do like them. A little red there. All right. So we're going to put our other stacks, starting yesterday. Exactly, Diane. Yesterday was the first word. So if you want to go look at the Christmas tree video, it's in there. I'm not telling you what it is. No. You got to go find out. Much as I'd love to help you, I can't. All right. So we're going to put our 2 stacks here that we have done. I'm so proud of these. These are beautiful. Love these. And then now I'm just going to set the rest of the 6 together to get me ready for sewing for next week, or for during the week, so I can get caught up. So I'm going to just make sure I'm placing them just salvage edge to salvage edge, so I know I got them in the sequence. And I'm going to put all 8 of them, or the rest of the 6, together. Okay. And then, if you are partaking, which I hope some are, that you have all the rest of your sewing together for next weekend, and then we're going to do some cutting, okay? So get them sewn and pressed and ready to rock. Okay, hold on. One more. Okay, so that's 1 stack. And, sorry? She's off? Yeah. Oh, for the children at church. Go sew them best. Awesome. Actually, I'm doing charity bags on Tuesday with the WE group from our group. We're doing some backpacks and stuff like that. Can't wait. Make sure that, oh, good point, Sew Patch. Good point. Well, I kind of put it up behind it, but I'll make sure. I'll make sure that I know that the tips of those ornaments are going to the cream and the star. Tips of the ornaments to the cream and the star. That I do got. I will make sure. Other than that, the seam whipper will be my best friend. Best friend. Remember that song? Wasn't feeling it that day. Some crazies, I tell ya. Alrighty. It seems like such a lot of fabric. Like, you could make a whole quilt with this thing, right? When you think of it, you're making two huge tree skirts. So, and like I said, one can go to a friend, a family member, as a gift, sell it, do a charity auction for the school, for the fire hall, whatever, you know, or, you know, for churches, for whatever. I mean, there's so many options you could do with that second skirt. right? If you chose to do it the way that we're going to do it. But like I said, you don't have to. You can do it just the 4 of them and do it the flip and the flop of these 2 right here. It'd be one of those and then one of those and one of those and one of those, and you put them together. So if you only wanted to do four sets instead of the 8 set, that's your option as well. But we're going to do the big one because that's what we want to do, and we want it to look in that little spiral candy cane way that Pop was loving it, and that's what's going to happen. So we're going to make that beautiful thing. Okay, that's 3, 4, almost there. Actually, Munchkin was a little disappointed we weren't doing anything for Halloween. So I'll have to try and think of an extra bonus project before Halloween that we can do like a little quick live video or something like that. So keep your eyes out and ears out for the Facebook page of anything coming close to the Halloween there, and we'll have a little surprise live video for you, okay? I don't know when. Hopefully we can give you a heads up, but I know he was really hoping to do something for Halloween, and I got a couple of ideas, and he had already had this big, beautiful display, like the big, beautiful snowflakes you see surrounded around me, and the little chat, and the little window here, and stuff like that. Those beautiful snowflakes are all the Munchkin. So, and he's got another couple ones for us to use, and to help encourage the whole Christmassy theme. So I thought that was really kind of nice of him. So, well, we'll repay him back by doing something Halloweeny, because he's got one for that too. Yeah. Doo-doo-doo. I'll set those up and pin them all good. Pin them all better later. Just want to get their stacks together. There we go. It's going to look so pretty when it's done. Can't wait. Can't wait. All right. Maybe I'll take them with me tomorrow night to the demo at the library, and I'll sew them there for a couple hours. I think it's an hour we're there, hour and a half, or something like that. Okay, put your stack together. There. All right. There we go. Yeah, I really love that. And you just pick your paper out. It's going to take a little while, you know. Some of it will disintegrate. I know some people weren't too concerned about getting it into the corner parts, but you know, just the key point is having enough fabric to cover when you flip and using a really tiny stitch, and you end up with some pretty awesome stuff. Like when we were looking for paper piece patterns, there's so much I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't even know if I can handle that. And Pop's like, yeah, you can. I'm like, yeah, more faith in you than I do myself, which is good. Because that makes me conquer things that I never thought I could before. So with the faith. All right. We liking that? Looking beautiful. I really like it. I wasn't too sure about that blue, but I really love that I put it in there. Like I said, and on the cut on the angle, it's gonna look beautiful. How old is Munchkin? 21. I'm kidding. Yeah, he is. He's 21. Yeah, I call him Munchkin because he'll always be my Munchkin. He's like, I'd hate to say he's actually taller than me, but if I stand tippy toes, he's not. So, but yes. Wish we could get the project patterns in such an events, then I might be ready to sew with. Oh, well, you can. I can give you, we'll make sure all the cuts, or if you're listening right now, I can give you the cuts, okay? So of your 9 colors, get pen and piece, paper, writing. I chose my gold here, and I'll point it out to you so you can know how I made my choice. So my gold right here was 3 inches. My dark green was 2.5. My red with, with ornaments, there we go. It was 2.5. My white with a cream with gold stars was 2.5. My medium green, I was calling this medium green because this was the dark green. This dark green was only 2.5. This medium green was 3.5. This blue was 4.5. This red is 3.5. This gold with blue and green is 2. And the white is, where'd the white go? Was 4.5, 4 inches. Okay, so those are the measurements. You need to cut 8 of width of fabric of each one. If you want to do what we're doing, it's up to you. You don't have to. You can just watch and you know, have fun. And put your name in for the draw, and hopefully you win. So next week we will cut all the pieces, hopefully. Because I'll have all my other chunks ready to go, ready to cut. So it's going to take a little while. So it's probably going to be about a 2-hour video next week. So prep for it if you want to. And we'll do the cutting. Okay. We're going to cut this on an angle first to cut these little tippy tips off. And then we're going to do our measurements from there. Okay. And then we're going to keep ourselves busy and out of trouble. But I will give Pop these measurements here so he can put them on the description once it finishes the upload or whatever it does to Facebook and, YouTube and VidMe and Twitch and whatever it does over there. I don't know what it does, but it does something. It does something magical that Pop does. He hits buttons and it goes boom. Sweets for the kids. I know they'll always be your kids. You know, whether they're young or old, you got 12 or 10 or 1, it doesn't matter. They'll always be your munchkin. Yeah, he tolerates munchkin. He doesn't mind. I can't wait for me to finish either, Vicky. The hardest part is sewing all these strips together. Yes, don't forget to click the thumbs up. Thanks, Pamela. I really appreciate that. No, we have good fun, and I think it's really pretty, and it's going to turn out really lovely. Cross fingers. And it should be approximately between 22 to 24 inches long in this direction-ish was my goal-ish. See, here is a ruler that is 24 inches, and we want to make sure we are kind of going on an angled cut, coming here and making sure we're cutting across the top, making sure it's square there, and then down here and square there. So it'll be a little bit of movement in this placement of between the gold and the white, but we'll get that angle and make some beautiful little strip cuts and make a beautiful tree skirt. So, I mean, and anybody would be happy to have it, I would think. So thank you for sharing. And thank you so much, So Patch, for a great afternoon. Check out Long Arm Wednesday. We're going to be doing up the fall stuff that we just finished up on the couple of weekend projects. We did, oh no, the other one was a live stream. Sorry, the Tommy Test Turkey and the fall table runner. So we'll be quilting that up and be easy peasy. So hopefully you guys get to tune into that. And you have a 40-year-old baby boy. I know, they'll always be your babies. But all right, everybody, enjoy your afternoon. Have a fantastic Sunday and stay nice and cool in this very hot, hot weather. And don't forget to like and subscribe and tell your friends and, you know, pardon?
Follow.
And follow. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Pop. All right, have a great day, everybody. Bye for now. See you soon. Big hugs. Loving our project.